Good evening and welcome to the 2023 NACPRO Awards Ceremony, hosted by our good friends and colleagues here at Lake County Forest Preserves, Illinois. My name is Jeff Perry. I'm honored to serve as your new president-elect for NACPRO, and I also serve as the park director for Anoka County in Minnesota. The annual NACPRO Awards Banquet recognizes and honors true excellence in parks and recreation at the county, regional, and special park district level across the United States. This year, the awards committee received 65 award nominations and will be presenting 25 awards this evening to a very deserving group of distinguished recipients at the national level. As always, the awards committee recognizes the fact that all nominations provide inspiration and innovation towards the overall success of the parks and recreation industry across the United States. I would also like to acknowledge at this time and thank the NACPRO Award members that served on the 2023 Awards Committee: Amy Vosper, Holly Browder, Nicole Rissler, Tim Morgan, Tim Laurent, and NACPRO member Zach Hall. I would also like to express a special thank you to our hosts here at Lake County Forest Preserve for all your wonderful hospitality in hosting the 2023 Park District Forum, as well as the 2023 NACPRO Awards Ceremony. Without further ado, we are honored to present the 2023 NACPRO Award recipients.
The first award for Outstanding Public Official is presented to John Gunyu, retired chairman, Three Rivers Park District Board of Commissioners, Minnesota. John Gunyu prioritized connecting and engaging with all residents of suburban Hennepin County, helping them discover nature and the outdoors. He encouraged innovation and creativity to better connect all residents through programs, facilities, and park systems. John developed partnerships which provided benefits for the region, including protection and restoration of natural lands and aquatic habitat, increased awareness and access to recreational facilities, and reduced impacts for taxpayers. His leadership established a culture of inclusivity at Three Rivers that seeks to help everyone in the service area connect to nature every day. The second award for Outstanding Public Official is presented to Bill Slaughter, Chairman, Lowndes County Board of Commissioners, Georgia. Under Chairman Bill Slaughter's leadership, the Valdosta-Lowndes County Park and Recreation Authority has received over $17 million in special purpose local option sales tax funds for new facilities and parks rehabilitation. The North Lowndes Recreation Complex, a new 8-field multi-purpose facility, is the most recent project that will be the new home for all soccer programming. Chairman Slaughter oversaw multiple other projects, including a new senior citizen center, a trail network, ball field fence replacement, new HVAC system for a community-centered gym, playground equipment, and a recently purchased 80-acre land adjacent to Troopville boat ramp on the Withlacoochee River. Chairman Slaughter's legacy will live on through his work for parks and recreation. First award for Outstanding Support Organization is presented to Friends of the Forest Preserves, independent nonprofit organization, Cook County, Illinois. Friends of the Forest Preserves is an independent nonprofit organization that advocates for good government, transparency, and ecological restoration efforts in the forest preserves of Cook County. Friends is a partner in the implementation of the Next Century Conservation Plan, promoting volunteer efforts and securing funding for on-the-ground projects. Friends has raised over $8.8 million, played a critical role in the passing of a 2022 referendum, and developed the award-winning conservation course that employs teens and adults from historically disinvested communities, helping them learn about conservation and gaining career skills. The partnership between Friends and the FPCC allows for resources and expertise to be leveraged to ensure that public lands will thrive for future generations. The second award for Outstanding Support Organization is presented to Huron-Waterloo Pathway Initiative, nonprofit organization, Washtenaw County, Michigan. Since partnering with Huron-Waterloo Pathways Initiative, WCPARC has raised more than $12 million in private funding to support the Border to Border Trail, B2B, resulting in an increase in construction to more than 3 miles per year. Private dollars raised by the Huron-Waterloo Pathway Initiative include foundation grants and individual donors, including a $4.32 million in grant from the Ralph C. Wilson Jr. Foundation in private funds from over 2,600 individuals. HWPI has fostered support for several of the most complicated and critical connections along the trail, allowing the B2B Trail to be part of Michigan's Iron Bell Trail, making regional connections and resulting in more than 100 miles of continuous trail. The award for Outstanding Volunteer is presented to Galen Lockridge, Maricopa County, Arizona. Galen Lockridge dedicated 28 years of his life to assisting staff and park visitors at the Estrella Mountain Regional Park in Phoenix, Arizona. His love for people, the outdoors, the public, and the park made him a perfect fit for the role of volunteer. Galen's hardworking nature, rodeo experience, and sense of humor made him an outstanding volunteer model and as an example of hard work, dedication, and a beautiful serving spirit. The award for Park and Recreation Program, Class 1, is presented to Christmas Card Cruise, Valdosta Lowndes County Park and Recreation Authority, Georgia. Valdosta Lowndes County Park and Recreation Authority Christmas Card Cruise is an outstanding park and recreation program due to its innovative approach to celebrate the holidays with a unifying county-wide theme. More than 100 6-foot-tall cards were all over Lowndes County, and tens of thousands of people interacted with social media posts featuring the card concept. The program's success was driven by its strong partnerships with other local entities and its inclusivity with more than 50 businesses and individual families participating. VLPRA's use of social media and a map of all the card locations allowed tens of thousands of people to interact with the concept, resulting in overwhelmingly positive feedback and potential for future growth. The award for Park and Recreation Program Class 2 is presented to Cherokee Youth Basketball, Cherokee Recreation and Parks Agency, Georgia. Cherokee Recreation and Park athletic staff provides an outstanding youth basketball program that has grown to 556 teams with over 4,000 kids playing basketball in Cherokee County in only 8 seasons. Cherokee Youth Basketball provides a safe and competitive learning environment for recreational players of all abilities that developed character, sportsmanship, and teamwork, with a focus on preparing coaches to encourage and develop players through the program's core beliefs. The program provides excellent customer service focus on rapport building, knowledge of the game, and professional development sessions long before the season starts, and has over 800 volunteer coaches each season that are able to make significant contributions to the program and the community. The award for Park and Recreation Program Class 3 is presented to Autism in the Park, Howard County Department of Recreation and Parks, Maryland. Howard County Recreation and Parks hosted an inaugural Autism in the Park event at Blandair Regional Park in partnership with Howard County Executive Calvin Ball and Howard County Autism Society. The event aimed to spread kindness, increase autism awareness, and provide residents an opportunity to learn more about Howard County's amazing autism community and celebrate World Autism Acceptance Day. The event was hosted at Laura's Place, an inclusive playground designed from the ground up to encourage children of all ability levels to be able to play together while accommodating cognitive, communicative, social-emotional, and sensory disabilities. The award for Park and Recreation Program Class 4 is presented to Kids Nature Lunch and Learn, Cleveland Metro Parks, Ohio. Kids Nature Lunch and Learn represents a successful partnership between Greater Cleveland Food Bank, Cleveland Kids Book Bank, and Cleveland Metro Parks Mobile Outreach to serve a common target population in historically marginalized communities. The program successfully closed education and feeding gaps for underserved children during the summer. The program provides free nature-based education programs during lunchtime hours and free lunches. Naturalist staff from Cleveland Metro Parks Mobile Outreach delivered programs at 5 strategic Cleveland Metro Park locations and offered free children's books through Cleveland Kids Book Bank. The award for Park and Recreation Facility Class 1 is presented to Lake Michigan Public Access Stairway Construction at Vermont County Park, Ozaukee County Planning and Parks Department, Wisconsin. The public access staircase to Lake Michigan and National Lake Michigan Water Trail at Vernon County Park is an innovative and ecologically sensitive solution to greatly limit public access to Lake Michigan, reducing safety concerns and protecting sensitive ecology. The project received significant competitive grants and private donations and involved coordination with several partners, including the Wisconsin Coastal Hazard Work Group, University of Wisconsin, and the UWC grant for the design, engineering, and construction of a coastal resilient floating staircase. This unique, recently patented design meets public infrastructure and safety international design standards and includes adjustable stairway section on the surface bearing sleds that are secured by cables and anchored to the top of the bluff that can float over unstable soils as there are no footings or pilings permanently fixed to the slope. The award for Park and Recreation Facility Class 2 is presented to Morgan Creek Park, Lynn County Conservation, Iowa. Morgan Creek Park underwent a major $6.2 million redevelopment guided by a master plan developed with community input and growth considerations. The park now offers a variety of amenities, including a new park road, event shelter, accessible restrooms, inclusive destination playground, small picnic shelters, accessible trails, and native prairie and wetland development that intercepts and filters stormwater runoff before flowing to Morgan Creek. The project also developed first mile of Morgan Creek Trail, which will connect to Cedar Valley Nature Trail, serving over 400,000 Iowans in 5 counties and promoting equity in nature and outdoor recreation. The project has been overwhelmingly well received by the community, making it a major regional draw for conservation, community attraction, and tourism in Lynn County. The award for Park and Recreation Facility Class 3 is presented to Jackson Community Park Site Improvements Phase 2, Breck and McKnight Landscape Architects, Louisiana. Jackson Park is an outstanding park and recreational facility due to its community engagement process and ambitious site design. The park features a state-of-the-art community center, an expansive playground for children of all abilities, an open green space with green infrastructure. Cozy nooks and quiet spaces are integrated into the playground, encouraging imaginative play and allowing children to actively change their involvement at their own discretion. A new recreation center is well integrated with panoramic views to the playground and beyond, and serves as a beautiful anchor for this fabulous new community park. The award for Park and Recreation Facilities Class 4, presented to Eco Education Center at Magnolia Park, Orange County Parks and Recreation, Florida. The new Eco Education Center at Magnolia Park is surrounded by several new amenities, including an inclusive playground, a fishing pier, a dock, a pavilion, and restrooms, making it an even more inviting destination for residents and visitors. The Education Center offers visitors an enhanced environmental education experience with educational displays on Lake Apopka's history, Florida plants, wildlife, and conservation, and programs from various partner organizations. The Eco Education Center and other amenities were funded by a $1.4 million from Orange County's Invest in Our Home for Life program, which supports community development and invests in local infrastructure. The award for Trails and Corridors, Class 3, is presented to Miami to Miami Trail Extension, Metro Parks of Butler County, Ohio. The Miami to Miami Trail at Gilmore Metro Park connects 2 long paved trails across Butler and Warren counties in Ohio. The 1.5-mile segment within the park was constructed through partnerships with various agencies and programs and cost $2.3 million. The trail extension improves accessibility to the wetland and historic ice ponds, providing an opportunity to observe wetland wildlife and user-friendly experience for families with strollers and people with different mobility abilities. The award for Trails and Corridors Class 4 is presented to Beachmont Bridge Connector Trail, Great Parks, Ohio. The Beachmont Bridge Connector Trail is a half-mile link that fills major gaps in the existing trail networks, such as the statewide Ohio to Erie Trail, regional Little Miami Scenic Trail, and the local Crown Loop around Cincinnati. Great Parks began the project in June 2021, building a paved shared use trail that includes a separate pedestrian bridge over the Little Miami River, a retaining wall underneath the bridge, and a tunnel underneath the busy adjacent roadway. Thank you to the partnership with the City of Cincinnati, Ohio Department of Transportation, and Ohio Department of Natural Resources, the Beachmont Bridge Connector Trail provides numerous sustainable benefits to adjacent communities, connects people to natural areas like the Little Miami National and State Scenic River, and enhances local transportation options and safety. The award for cultural history is presented to Harriet Tubman Cultural Center, Howard County Department of Recreation and Parks, Maryland. Harriet Tubman School was Howard County's only all-black high school, named after abolitionist Harriet Tubman, and operated from 1949 to 1965. In 2015, the property was transferred to Howard County to be preserved as a historic, educational, and cultural center named the Harriet Tubman Cultural Center. The center is operated by Howard County Recreation and Parks and highlights Civil War era and 20th century black history, including abolitionist Harriet Tubman, desegregation, and current events. The building includes various spaces such as a library, dance room, recording studio, and oral history space where those connected can record their experiences and visitors can play back these memories. The award for conservation is presented to Spur Cross Ranch Conservation Area Land Acquisition, Maricopa County Parks and Recreation, Arizona. The Spur Cross Ranch Conservation Area is a 2,174-acre protected land in the northeastern part of Maricopa County, containing archaeological sites and riparian areas along Cave Creek. The Maricopa County Parks and Recreation Department, the town of Cave Creek, and Desert Foothills Land Trust partnered to prevent the development of a parcel adjacent to the conservation area, which used a vehicular easement through the area, creating safety issues and compromising the conservation area. In 2022, the partners invested $725,000 to acquire the property and prevent future development. The land was purchased through special warranty deed and was rezoned for conservation purposes in perpetuity. The award for marketing is presented to Cleveland Metro Parks and Cleveland Cavaliers City Edition collaboration, Cleveland Metro Parks, Ohio. Cleveland Metro Parks partnered with the Cleveland Cavaliers in 2022 for their City Edition The Land collection, featuring a Cleveland Metro Parks inspired jersey, home court, and player introduction hype video. No financial investment was made by Cleveland Metro Parks, but the partnership delivered tremendous results with over 319 million impressions at a value of more than $2.9 million, 14.2 million social media impressions, and 550,000 engagements. The partnership resulted in over $75,000 in new revenue through the sales of merchandise, tickets, food, beverages, and donations. The award for planning initiative is presented to Los Angeles Countywide Parks Needs Assessment Plus, Los Angeles County Department of Parks and Recreation, California. The Los Angeles County Board of Supervisors unanimously adopted the 2022 Parks Need Assessment Plus Final Report, which focuses on environmental conservation and restoration, regional and rural recreation. The 30 by 30 plan aims to conserve 30% of lands and coastal waters by the year 2030. To address climate change and advance conservation and protect biodiversity. The PNA Plus was developed with extensive data collection, GIS mapping, coordination with public agencies, and outreach and engagement with community-based organizations, reimagining conservation through an equity lens to include protection and restoration efforts in lower-income communities of color. The first award for universal accessibility is presented to Trailability Program, El Paso County Parks and Leisure Services, Colorado. El Paso County purchased 2 terrain hopper off-road mobility vehicles in 2022 to provide access to low mobility individuals at nature centers. In the inaugural 3-month session of the Trail Abilities program, 28 people participated in 3-hour hikes, experiencing the freedom of hiking with friends and family despite their mobility issues. The Trail Ability program is being extended with longer seasons and interpretive trail and the opportunity for previous participants to go out on on their own, increasing their sense of independence. One participant explained her feelings by saying, "The freedom was an amazing experience. I felt empowered." The second award for universal accessibility is presented to Accessible Playground at George Pierce Park, Gwinnett County Community Services, Georgia. Gwinnett Parks and Recreation opened a new intergenerational universal accessibility playground at George Pierce Park in Shawnee. The playground features 7 play structures, including a 2-story outlook tower with wheelchair access, ADA complement swings, and a Weesaw, a cushioned rubber tile surfacing for easier mobility and fall protection. The playground is part of a larger recreation area that includes new bathrooms, sidewalks, a bridge, a nature trail loop, and a pavilion that are all wheelchair friendly. The playground removes both physical and social barriers to equitable play, creating an inclusive environment that is free for all to enjoy, with trail access adding to the appeal as a fun family destination. The first award, Social Justice, is presented to Redlined, Cities, Suburbs, and Segregation Exhibit, Johnson County Park and Recreation District, Kansas. The Johnson County Museum launched a new special exhibit called Redline, which explored the history of systematic disinvestment in certain neighborhoods and populations due to race. The exhibition included interactive pieces of art, graphics, and educational resources created by 9 members of the African American Artist Collective and engaged more than 20 cultural organizations across the Kansas-Missouri area to offer programming related to redlining and its impacts. The exhibition was highly successful, attracted over 34,000 community members and museum staff, designed various resources such as field trips, educational materials, tours, and companion book for sale, which is now included in 11 library collections across the metropolitan area to grow and strengthen the understanding of diversity and inclusivity. The second award for social justice is presented to Recreation Pass Plus Program, Three Rivers Park District, Minnesota. The Three Rivers Park District's 2040 system plan envisions connecting every person with nature every day. The Recreation Pass Plus program offers opportunities for families experiencing financial difficulty to access the Parks and Trail system. Participants of the program can receive unlimited free equipment rental, free annual recreation passes, program event discounts, and Galewood Farm product discounts by displaying a card like other park guests. From hiking through the woods, learning about wildlife, skiing through a winter wonderland, and more, there's adventure for everyone. And the Recreation Parks Pass Plus program makes that vision attainable for families who otherwise might not be able to experience it. The award for New Professional is presented to Luca Tui, Fairfax County Park Authority, Virginia. Luca Tui, a college student and employee at Fairfax County Park Authority, is a deserving candidate for a national award despite his young age. He progressed from a lifeguard to human resources generalist on the recruitment team and creates successful seasonal hiring campaigns, including #JoinFCPA, that reached a diverse pool of candidates. Luca utilized market research, partnerships with local universities, and social media to generate brand awareness, highlight job opportunities and employee benefits, and reach over 270,000 users in 2022. Luca is extraordinarily talented and has led the way in finding and recruiting an outstanding team of professionals to serve the community. The award for Lifetime Professional is presented to Michael G. Tully, Lake County Forest Preserve District, Illinois. Mike Tully contributed to creating a culture of excellence in public safety and amenities in the Lake County Forest Preserve District over more than 30 years of service. He served as a liaison to the Youth Conservation Corps program and was committed to connecting young people and diverse groups to the conservation and recreation field.
Mike held leadership positions in multiple organizations and was a NACPRO board member and president. He played an essential role
in securing funds for the district through 4 successful referenda totaling $355 million. The conservation and recreation communities in Illinois and the U.S. are stronger for his years of service. Awardees represent excellence and truly set examples that others in the field can follow. If you are inspired by one of their stories, we encourage you to contact them for more information.
In closing, on behalf of the NACPRO Board, thank you and congratulations to all distinguished recipients this evening of the 2023 NACPRO Awards program. Your outstanding contributions, projects, and programs will pave the way to best serving our nation through parks and recreation at the county, regional, and special park district level. Thank you so much.